Hello, sweetheart. Welcome to today's meditation. I want you to find yourself either in a comfortable seated position or lying down. And if you're lying down, take this phone and pop it just behind your head so you can let the sound of my voice wash over you like a wave. Just take a few little wriggles just till you find yourself quite comfortable. And maybe the body will settle itself as you slow those wiggles down. And just take a moment here, gently closing down the eyes. And just feeling yourself land. And then we're going to start to inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let it all go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I just want you to keep going with that breath. No rush, no hurry, no particular need to make it perfect. Just as long as you make your exhales ever so slightly longer than your inhales, you're doing just fine. And on your next breath, I want you to travel with it as it hits the tips of your nostrils, travels down the back of your throat, skimming the whole length of your torso, right the way down to your feet. And in your mind's eye, in your imagination, you open your eyes and you are standing on the edge of the shore. And you can feel the way the water laps in between your toes. And you can feel that sensation of the sand drawing as the tide draws outward from under the soles of your feet. And maybe a little bit of water comes playfully swooping in and splashes up your leg, and you can taste its saltiness as its spray reaches your cheek and your mouth, and you lick your lips. And you cast your eye across the water, and you can see the liquid neon bolt of the sun setting as it melts like caramel into the horizon. It's almost like it's melting across the inky dark surface of the water, which is perfectly reflecting the sky. And as you're staring at this watercolor scenario in front of you, you notice the way that your breath has naturally fallen in sync with the rise and fall of your chest, and the inhalation and the exhalation of the tide being drawn in and out, in and out. And even though you are standing alone on the water's edge, you have never felt more connected, more like you are supposed to be part of this scene, part of it all. And with that comes this innate wave of peace, because you always were supposed to be part of all this. The relationship between the land and the sea And the way that the water moves is like the greatest love story ever told. It's like the sea can only draw so far out before it has to rush back in towards the shore, magnetized by it all. And that's kind of like us, hey? We sometimes allow all the stuff that doesn't really matter or mean anything, to dictate and rule our lives and drag us far, far away from the shore until we feel wholly lost at sea. Until we draw so far away from ourselves that we need to come rushing back. And you can always find your way back to land with this sweet little ocean breath that exists in your chest. And it just takes a few moments of tapping back into that for you to feel anchored and grounded once more. So remember that as you start to deepen your breath now. Maybe you can feel the backs of the lungs against the bed or the surface of whatever you're lying on. Perhaps you can feel the backs of your legs a little bit more rooted. And then I want you to reach your arms overhead and take a great big good morning stretch. Reach into those fingers, reach into those toes. Maybe you're stretching one way, allow your hands to go one way and your feet to stretch in the opposite direction. And then maybe taking that over on the other side. Bring your knees into towards your chest or wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a great big hug, a great big squeeze. And thank yourself. Thank yourself for making these few little moments just for you. And now you know that you have this tool to come back whenever you want. Notice how you feel right now. This is who you are, underneath all the stuff. And then just come and join me in a seated position, whatever feels good and right for you. Allow your spine to grow up nice and tall. Gently drop those shoulders away from your ears, chin towards your chest. Take the palms of your hands together and plug those thumbs right into the center of your heart. Just for a moment, feel that heartbeat flicker against them. And then together, inhale, rise up. Exhale, let it all go, sigh it out. One more time, inhale, rise up. Exhale, let it all